Oh, damn. Yep, it's that Model Y. I don't even know if I put a hat on it. I might have not put a hat on it because I was going to come back and check it before the end of my shift, but sometimes I don't focus as much on things like this when I'm rolling with Steve. But it charged just fine. 97% battery. Damn. So it's not very often I hop in a car and it comes on a country station and I'm like, oh my god, I love that song, but Randy Travis, hello. Slow your roll.
The Prime Country clock has been turned back. Its belt has been turned back. And Mike Terry is counting down the Prime 30 songs from this week as if it were 1988. Here's 21.
That's an interesting trend in show content that I've been hearing on a lot of different types of stations, not just XM. I've been hearing it on FM too. You know, if I didn't like country from 1988 so much, I might be hating on that. In 1988, I worked in country radio, so this is hardcore nostalgia for me. But somehow you'll survive, don't give in. That old wheel will roll around again. That old wheel. So I'm working with Andre and Kali now. I did have to do a little bit of walking after I checked that Tesla Model Y I feel bad. That thing's literally been, although it shouldn't just be me feeling bad, like somebody else should have like looked at that and done something about it. You know, it's like, why is it sitting here? I don't know. It seems to be fine. Let's get that out. Obviously we have an abundance of cars. Nobody's even noticed it's there. And was it procedure for me to put it there? No, not at all. But and with it sitting there that long, it's probably not a better solution than had it been sitting in a pink line with a pink hat on it with absolutely nothing wrong. But speaking of Teslas, so I saw trying to figure out where they went because they had disappeared when I walked back from the Tesla Model Y. And I saw them heading to the one gear, damn it. I saw them heading to the west, so I walked in that direction, and then I saw a collie walking back from the body damage area as I head to the wrong lane. That's going to take a little bit longer because Andre's doing a direct handoff to the mechanic who apparently wants to do the PMs on that Mazda he just rolled up in. I'm going to finish the story on the next car because I'm in my spot and they're ready to go.
That would be one of Johnny's last charting singles after a career that stretched back into the 50s.
I'm in some kind of a Nissan SUV crossover thing. I don't know what the hell this is called. Interior, this doesn't really look familiar to me. Usually I recognize these vehicles. I'm thinking maybe this, oh man, I hate it when this happens. The seatbelt buckle's facing the wrong way. I don't understand how that happens, but this shit drives me nuts in cars that have it. And it seems crazy to me that other people aren't bothered by that. Now the thing is flipped where it crosses in front of me, and I can feel it. Ooh, this one's got a bad volume knob. Like the one in my Saturn, but worse. But way worse. It's alright, Nissan should have a volume knob. And the steering wheel, it is. Yeah, this is definitely an older model.
95.5 The Mountain.
For quality referrals, your guy or my guy.
My guy.
Wow.
Reviews online from people you
Not only does
know
the
or
knob
trust,
not work,
or All the homework done for you at myguy.com.
My guy.
Sites that are all
But
about
the
making money and
button
opportunities,
to do the
or
volume
My Guy, that was voted
and the
number
steering
one
wheel
by
doesn't work
consumers in
either.
Ranking, Arizona.
My guy.
The choice
And yeah, that's definitely an older model vehicle. It's old enough to have a
repairs to
CD
remodeling
hole.
and hundreds of other services. Visit myguy.com for all of life's needs. Make
My guy.
So,
your guy. eBay Motors is here for the ride. So
hopefully the tuning knob does better because I don't want to hear about their guy. There we go. Buffalo Springfield. Of course, this is, for most people, the only Buffalo Springfield song they know. And if I'm honest, it's the only Buffalo Springfield song I really know. But I do have a couple of their albums, and I have listened to them all the way through, both of them, a few times. The rest of the albums are good. But yeah, this is the only song by them that if I heard it, I could go, oh yeah, that's Buffalo Springfield. And for what it's worth, sing along to it. If it came up in karaoke, knock it out of the park. Anything else, I'd be like, I might maybe recognize it as Buffalo Springfield. There's some kind of connection between Buffalo Springfield and Crosby, Stills, and Nash. In the moment, I can't remember what it is. Some kind of shared members. Buffalo Springfield being some kind of a predecessor to Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Obviously, there's no Neil Young going on here. So, yeah, I found Collie walking back from Body Damage, and I walked with him, and then I found Andre, which reminds me this is going to Body Damage, even though it doesn't say Body Damage on the side. Well, it does now. I added it. It just says f-stop, but as soon as I got in on us on the dashboard, there was a incident report, and I read the incident report and mentioned damage on the bumper, so I went out and looked at the bumper, and sure as shit, there's damage on the bumper that I otherwise would not have noticed. So Body Damage it goes. That Hyundai Venue is still over there, and I'm really curious what the deal is with that. It says it's going out for an estimate, and I really want to try to get here on a weekday early enough to catch the guy that handles Body Damage working, so I can ask him what all's going to happen with that, because I honestly kind of like to buy it. It drives really good. It's just got body issues. I guess I'll finish the story about how I got back up with Andre later, because it's interesting, at least to me. All right, we got 2 f-stops going down from the maintenance lane at Hertz Returns. My last 2 trips were both down from the maintenance line at Dollar. Wow, that seat just made a really odd sound. I was getting it down in the position I like it in. So this is either a Nissan Sentra or a Nissan Altima. They both look about the same to me. Those are both sedans with very similar dashboards and interiors. It just wants to go to Bluetooth audio. You know, if there's no device connected, I don't understand why you don't just turn on the radio. Wow. Extremely religious classical music. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to pass on that.
The wow factor isn't for you.
It is for me.
It's you.
Oh, that part. Oh, but I can't play that, or we'll get a content match and kick off YouTube. All right, Eddie Mahoney works. I'm not finishing the story with Andre because I'm already down to the gatekeeper. Ain't that some shit? I want to go on some longer drives, damn it. I miss doing the day shift out of town trips. Well, long story short, while I come here from the gatekeeper to the PM line, we got back, and there was the shag, which Collie was getting into, and Andre was getting into a Tesla Model 3. Oh, he's parallel parking into a tight spot. You go, Andre. I absolutely don't do that. It's just not worth the hassle to me. I'm not really comfortable doing it. I mean, it's not that I can't do it. I'm just not comfortable doing it. Anyway, he got into a Tesla Model 3, and I decided to go ahead and get in with him just for GP. Yeah, I'm not going to have time to finish this story, am I? All right, I'm in what I believe is a Toyota Camry. It's like a slightly older model. I'm at the Dollar Car Wash maintenance line. So, to be expected that it would be an older model. That's kind of how Dollar is. It's where Hertz sends their older and higher mileage cars. But hey, supposedly Dollar's a pretty good value in car rental. So this car came on to like what I consider borderline worst case scenario. Static on the radio. Doesn't that sound lovely? I wonder who's listening to that. And lumbar support pushing me in the back. And the fan blowing hot air at me at the highest level. I had that fan fixed before I even started the phone recording, because that's an immediate yikes for me. Let's fix the static. I'm at the end control intersection, at the end of the Dollar ramp by Dollar Returns. I always yield there, regardless of what's happening. There's just that many conflict points there. Spanish. Wow, preset 1 is going to static. Let's fix that. You know, these always mess me up, because what I would intuitively, with the layout of this dashboard, think is the tuning knob is actually the fan knob. So I just ended up turning on the fan for a second, and that's not good. I am really sick of that song. I like that song. I'm just sick of it. There we go. There we go. I do like Drake. I don't like the volume. Not volume, that's a bad word because it implies loudness. Which is a bad word because it implies equalization. I don't like how, when you listen to a modern hip-hop station, Drake is in, it seems like, every other song because of all the features and collaborations he does. That's Drake overkill, can't hang with it. But a Drake song every here and there is, I like Drake, I do. I'm really down to listen to a full Drake album, unless it's Views. I haven't spun Views all the way through in a while, and I could go for that. I love this song, by the way, I really do. I haven't heard this one in a while. Just hearing all his features on mediocre, crappy new songs. Just hold on, we're going home. Just hold on, we're going home. Whoa, I can see shit out of my left rearview mirror. I can see Collie now. Oh, damn it. And what looks like it should be the volume knob is the tuning knob. God, I hate the layout of this.
Studios. GoFundMe is not a valid life insurance.
I mean, if this was my car, I'd get used to it, and I drive these on occasion. But yeah, it's not intuitive. It's just not in the places I feel it should be. Oh shit, I don't need to get a hat for this. Maintenance already put a, like the shop on the golf cart, somebody already put a hat on it. Oh yeah. You're in Tupac. It's kind of a played out song on old school stations, but I honestly never get tired of hearing it. It's not played out to the point of like I don't want to hear it again. Oh, and let's not forget Roger Troutman. This song wouldn't be what it is without Roger Troutman, and he doesn't often get credit for being such a core part of this song. I swear I'm going to finish the Tesla story with Andre in the Tesla. I am. I'm going to get to that. But I'm in the tire line, and Collie's on my right waiting for me. All right. It's been a while since the last video. It's 3:53 p.m. right now. I'm in a Jeep Grand Cherokee that I had to do some kind of creative maneuvering to get out. But by moving the vehicle in front of this and then backing this one out of where it was, I want to say I made the space for 3 more clean cars to get parked in the up-down area. And right now things are packed really tight, so creating 3 spaces by slightly moving one car and then moving another car is kind of a accomplishment. At least I think it is. And no music on. Come on, where's my music? Connect Apple CarPlay device. No, just play the radio. Get rid of these Apple CarPlay distractions in people's vehicles and get everybody back to listening to the radio. Free trial still going on. Hope I can't play that song or I'll get cut off. It's a song I'm kind of burned out on, but hey, I'm almost where I'm going, so this will work. I haven't been paying attention to what's going on in the flip lane, so I'm not sure if there's room for it or not. And there is not. Shit. Well, that's a problem that I didn't think about when I got in this vehicle. Andre just went home for the day. Collie's on his half-hour break, so I'm by myself for a little bit. And I figured I'd just grab something that could maximize available space and take it up to the flip ramp. And I maximize that available space really well by grabbing this, but I don't know how the hell I'm going to get this. Well, it's not going in the flip ramp. There's no room in the flip ramp. And I'm not sure if this is something I should put in reserved or not. Unless I see another Jeep Grand Cherokee up here, I'm not doing it. Since I don't really work the flip ramp, I don't know that off the top of my head. So as I was saying, the Hyundai Venue, still there, still waiting to get an estimate back. I found out who I need to talk to about potentially buying that car, and it's his name is Vince. And I'm sure I've met the guy. In fact, I think he's the guy that I got to laugh with the stupid joke about the Hyundai Mirage. I saw him like right after he scraped the body damage paint on the windshield, and it said there was body damage on the vehicle. I didn't see any body damage on the thing either. And I just said that yeah, somebody thought there was damage on this car, but it turns out it was just a Mirage. It was a Hyundai Mirage. Yeah, dad jokes rule. Anyway, he seemed amused by it. His name is Vince. And I'm talking to Andre about it, and how that would be a dream car of sorts. Not that owning a Hyundai Venue is a dream car, but owning a car, well, I mean, I guess I did it once before with the Saturn that came with the wife, but owning a car that's functionally a brand new car with very low miles is kind of a dream car right now. And as wrecked as that vehicle is, it is a brand new car, and it does have almost no miles on it. Speaking of miles, how many has this got on it? 42,000. Yeah, this can go to $1. That's how we solved that dilemma. I'm all the way to PC, and I'm not seeing anybody who can tell me where to put this, so I'm going to take it to $1. I'm going to have to ask exactly what section it goes in. I believe this would be considered a small SUV, but... Is that Dan in the go-kart? Nope. He waved back at me, though. Wow, there is quite the line to get out $1 right now. Only one of the 3 booths is open, but the line is so long there's barely room for me to turn in behind it. Wow, and somebody is leaving out $1 with a BMW. That's something I don't see every day. I'm going to go ask Red where this goes because I don't want to put it in the wrong spot. Last time I put a $1 car in the wrong spot, it ended up being a big ordeal. So it ended up being Anthony pulling up, night manager Anthony pulling up in a spot there in front of me. So since I saw it was him, I asked. I just figured it'd be a up-down driver for $1, but it turned out it was Anthony. Damn, I forgot how to turn the hazard lights off. Oh, there's the button. I explained what was up with this and said that the flip ramp was full, but it was high mileage, so I brought it over here, but I'm not entirely sure where that would go in $. And he goes, "Well, go ahead and put it in PC." I said, "It's got like 43,000 miles on it." And he goes, "Oh, it doesn't matter. It can go to PC. It's a 3-row." I don't see 3 rows of seats in here. Oh, well. Anthony said put it in PC, so it's going to PC. It was my understanding that nothing went in PC with over 25,000 miles, and this has 42,830. These kinds of conflicting logic things really mess with my mind, being as analytical as I am. But Anthony said put it in PC. That's easy enough to follow directions. It just feels completely wrong to me to be putting something with over 25,000 miles in PC. And then him calling this a 3-row, and I'm only seeing 2 rows of seats, also seems completely wrong. There are a lot of pedestrians right here in this area of PC, and there's also a little girl that's not really paying attention. A little boy riding on his mom's suitcase. He's trying to be super cautious. Because that little girl in the pink dress could run in front of me at any time. Oh no, she's walking with her mom in the opposite direction. That's good. Alright. Back into a spot. Oh, I'm seeing a pink hat. Nissan Rogue in the next row over. Oh, it's definitely a me problem. Good thing I went in this direction, otherwise I don't know that I would. Quit beeping, car. We got plenty of space. It's not all this noise coming out of the car like I'm about to hit something. Yeah, I can see how far the Rogue is behind me. We are not that close. Chill the fuck out, car. Damn.